How do we stay in a relationship when hurt is inevitable? If it's not malicious, we can work it out.
As long as they're not dead, things are still possible. It is important to pause when you are angry.
Guarding myself hasn't protected me from being hurt, if that's what you're trying to avoid. I think it's just changed the kind of pain. Part of my value around community and care is inconvenience.
It's okay to be a bad bitch and be a work in progress. This was a dream of mine, to do beautiful things with my friends and to create with my friends.
The minute it becomes anything besides the joy of it, I think it would feel very robotic. Okay, we've made it to episode 20. That's crazy. Oh my
Thank
God.
you for rocking with us, to be honest. Shout out to us.
Yeah, for making it here,
For staying committed to being in conversation, even when we don't know what will come out on the other side.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty proud of us, to be honest.
Because our first 2 seasons were each 10 episodes, which means we essentially we did 2 seasons in 1 season. We moved the bar, and then we met the bar immediately. Yeah, we're very effective people, huh?
Yeah. I mean, what have we learned? That we're consistent?
Yeah. And that, even when we don't want to, we will do what we say we're going to do.
Right.
And always be grateful that we did on the other side. A little sucked to be all right, 14, let's stop here. We said 20, so 20 it is.
We're all on the line together.
Yeah, we made it. Congrats to us. I think it'd be worth, walking back down memory lane. Mm-hmm. We have some good rituals. Between seasons, I feel we're always kind of making sure that we're crossing our T's, dotting our I's around the lessons that we're learning.
Yeah. And I feel we always ask really great questions.
I know, right? I kind of forget that, and then I look back and I'm like, yeah, that's a good. I'm like, have I thought about that question at all since we asked it?
Right. Have we?
But somewhere in the back of my head, I'm
always
pondering.
Of course.
All right, let's try it. Let's go back. Let's see what we said. Okay, where do we start?
Celebrating ourselves.
Oh yeah, so we ended with 2 truths and a lie with side of grief. Right, that's where we left. We left all of our friends on the internet. All right, so the first title for this episode was, "Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life I have no model?" We're so gifted.
Yep.
So the first question: how do you like to be celebrated? Do you know how to celebrate yourself? So we asked this question in October. Do you feel like you have an answer? That was on your birthday.
That was around my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you're good about, at least for your birthday, you're good about doing a thing. I don't know if it's what you like to do, but you're good at doing a thing to acknowledge your birthday.
I enjoy it. I enjoy everybody's birthday. I'm any chance to celebrate
anybody.
What
do you like about celebrating your birthday? Because I feel like we've done we've gone somewhere, we've gotten massages, we've gone to dinner, we've done different things. Do you like one more than the other?
I like the creativity that it offers. I feel like my energy changes, as the years pass. Yeah. And something that's been important to me is sharing new experiences together. So even when we went to the spa, that was here, I'm not only benefiting from this, actually you all are. Mm-hmm. And we're having this shared experience that now we can giggle about and, reminisce. Yeah. So I love offering an experience to myself and to other people too. It's maybe you wouldn't have tried this on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good excuse to try it.
Yeah.
And then also, one year was collaging.
Yes.
That's also a different thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, maybe that was 2 years ago at this point, the collaging. Yeah. Right, so we were doing something together yet again in community, but people got to take their collages home also.
Right.
So it's I'm doing something with other
all
people.
Gifts.
And you're getting something. 1 year I did a playlist. I just had a playlist. This was a long time ago. I just made a playlist and I shared it with people. And I was here guys, here's the songs I've been listening to in the last year.
You're so cute.
One way to celebrate me this year is just to listen to the songs. I felt like that was a really small way to also share something together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's my answer? I don't know how I like to be celebrated. No idea. I like people respecting my nose. I definitely enjoy that about my birthday. I think people say no and they don't mean it. I mean it. So I'm glad people have learned that I'm not secretly wishing that everyone ignores my no. Mm-hmm. Which has been nice.
I mean, I know one way that you'd love to be celebrated is by receiving letters. You've kept all the letters you've had since middle school.
I have kept them all.
You have an archive of information.
I do. But it doesn't have to celebrate me though. That's why I didn't get that answer. But I do enjoy receiving letters. Yes. I don't think it has to be towards my celebration. I think I just like knowing what's going on. I like the idea that someone took time to like update me about something. But I'm also down for that to be like celebratory.
But usually letters are more about whether it is what's happening in their head or how they feel about you.
Yeah. I'll have a lot of letters. People are just kind of using me as like a third space. So they're not for me at all. They're just like letters that I hold onto for them.
Right. Yeah.
So they're like to someone else, actually. But I'm just like, I will hold this.
Yeah.
I have a few of those where like people are like want to process something about someone but didn't want to like give it to this person, but I was like, I can hold it. So I have a lot of those. Yeah, I like letters. I like the idea of like it's also tangible, it's physical. I like paper.
You love words.
I do love words. And then celebrate myself. I think doing what I say is probably my favorite way to celebrate myself. Like honoring what I tell myself I'm gonna do.
Yes.
And like circling back to shift it if it needs to be shifted. I think is probably the most consistent way. I also really like not hosting. I like if people are in my space, hosting them. I don't necessarily like plan events to host.
Right.
I'll work on that later, but I do like the experience of getting to like have like all the like glasses that match and give people cups and things. Like those things are also fun for me. So like that's another way that I guess I like celebrating myself,
offering an experience.
Yeah. Offering like people like rest or less labor. I think I really enjoy. Anything else you want to add about celebrations?
I think it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we're getting better.
Yeah.
At identifying how we like to be celebrated.
Yeah.
At like sharing with other people and asking those questions about them as well. It just makes people feel seen. It makes you feel seen. And that's really the end goal here.
Right.
It's like, how do you want to be seen by your community? Yeah. And I think celebrating people, even in like small, really small ways, we're always doing it.
We're going to pause because it's really hot.
We want to acknowledge that there's currently a heat wave.
Right.
And we are here.
Right. And if you see us glistening, it's just because we're beautiful.
It's summer. Hey.
And it's hot spunk.
Yeah. This is the times we were waiting for.
Exactly. I'm very grateful for the sun. I'll never, ever be upset the sun is here. But wow, she's also inside my house.
Yeah. I just don't like that it's 0 to 100 so fast. That's what bothers me.
Yes. I would agree with that. It's crazy. You can fry egg outside if you wanted.
Yo, we should try.
It might actually work out.
You want to crack an egg?
I'm down. I have an egg. Let's see it. Let's see. What's the number right now?
Yeah, giving science experiment.
It is 96 degrees.
96.
Whoever needs I don't know which camera it goes to, but all of them. Anyway.
I'm surprised we're wearing clothes.
I know.
Not that we wouldn't,
I don't know
but...
if not wearing it would actually make us any less hot, to be honest. Like, I feel like my skin, I would want to take it off, too.
I just need...
I don't think that would work.
Like, actually, just... Take this.
I gotta
take this shell
and
just now. Bring it back
when it's cooler. Yeah.
Exactly.
Our next question, I guess. The title is "How We Gonna Be Together?" And the question was, "How do we stay in a relationship when hurt is inevitable?"
We stay.
You just don't move anywhere. I think is the answer. Yeah, I guess the short answer is for me, it's like if it's not malicious, we can work it out.
Yeah.
That's like the shortest version of the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say that a core belief is that you will be hurt in any type of relationship. And so how do you hold that truth and still show up with generosity, still show up, believing that people are doing the best that they can? I feel like if I've learned anything this year, that is what I've learned, that people are doing the best that they can. And if I can have a spirit of generosity towards myself and to other people, then maybe things wouldn't be as bad, at least interpersonally.
Yeah.
Right? Even when we get into conflict, I'm still going to believe that you are doing the best that you can. And maybe you didn't say the thing the way that you wanted to at that time. And that's something that we could work on.
You can re-say it. We have room and time. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as, you don't step out of line and be super disrespectful.
Yeah. And if you are stand on that.
Yeah, and if you are, then self-reflect and apologize, and then we can move forward, and that's just gonna happen.
Yeah,
it could be the smallest thing.
Yeah, people need a bit I think more resilience to stay through the ups and downs of being near other people. It's not always gonna be flowers. Sometimes it's gonna suck.
And to name that to each other too, I feel hurt that you did this, or, you know, vice versa. Like, oh, you showed up in a way that I didn't expect you to.
Right.
Like, being honest about, I think that those are the moments where breakthrough can happen in any type of relationship.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's like, I'm not trying to be passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fun.
Like, I was just tired, bro. It wasn't even about you. Because the other part is like, sometimes it might not actually be a conflict. It might just be like, you're taking the way I'm living my life personally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, like, I didn't have capacity for myself. Of course I had no capacity for you.
Right.
Right. And again, it doesn't feel great, and that's what it is. But like, the more people learn about like what's going on with them, how to narrate these things, the easier you can explain to someone, like, I know I've been distant, I've been away, XYZ, here's what's going on. And like, hopefully there's enough room and grace to kind of, you know, reorient back to each other. But life is hard and long. People are always navigating way more than you think they are. Like, maybe they might not even know what they're navigating. It just might feel like hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's hard to always be like, well, I expect this from a relationship, therefore, like, you know, that's too much. So
Yeah.
you stay together by just forgiving people. And not everything has to be discussed to death either. Sometimes just like,
and by trying again. And I think something that I've learned also in this process of talking to each other for so long is, how can you still show up the way that you want to, even if somebody else isn't?
Right.
That is a practice to make decisions like, okay, I know this person may not have capacity for me, but I'm still going to show up for them in the best way that I know how.
Yeah.
And maintaining that commitment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that like there's a bit of an overcommitment to reciprocity as a rule, right? Like, well, they didn't do for me, so I wouldn't do for them. It's like, well, you guys were never really friends then, because if your generosity... And that's not real
reciprocity. Right. Like, reciprocity is not 1 + 1.
That's transaction.
Yes.
If you're in a business dynamic, then I agree with you. You should leave the business. If it's not working out the way you want it to. But, like, being someone's friend, being someone's, like, partner, being someone's family, being those things, like, there's no tit for tat. If there is, then it doesn't have a good foundation. It's not rooted in anything.
A few weeks ago, maybe about a month or so ago, I was in LA and I was like having breakfast by myself, and the waiter asked me why I wasn't really eating. He was like, oh, like you just kind of were picking at it. And I was like, oh, I feel really anxious. And I don't know what made me say that to him, right? But I was like, oh, I don't really like to eat as much when I'm anxious. Like, I just can't. And he was like, oh, like, what are you anxious about? And I was like, oh, just something, you know, with a friend or whatever. And he was like, well, if it's fixable, then you can reach back out. And I was just like, yeah.
Like, exactly.
Right.
I do that.
He's like, as long as they're not dead, like, things are still possible. And that really stayed with me, just like that really small moment where I was like, yes, things don't have to be as big as we make it seem. Like, sometimes you do just need to forgive and move forward. Sometimes you just need to apologize and continue. And that's really just it.
Can't pick apart every single interaction you're having. It's too much.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love. Okay, look at that. It's cool to see the evolution of our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And I feel like in this season more than any, you really see that happening because we're doing it in real time in some ways.
And there's so much more that we talked about in a shorter window of time.
Right.
Just our discipline is really, you know. All right, episode 3 this season. Women Like Me. That was a fun episode. It's hard to be a girl. The mantra was sisterhood is medicine.
Mm-hmm. Still believe that.
I don't remember doing this. I really like it. I'll listen to this podcast. Okay, for your consideration.
I hope so.
In what ways has guarding yourself protected you? And when has it hurt you? Does it still protect you?
What do you think?
I think context matters. I mean, always, but particularly for this question. Like, I think guarding myself hasn't protected me from being hurt, if that's what you're trying to avoid. I think it's just changed the kind of pain.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think, like, boundaries are necessary just in relationships. So when I think about, like, a work context, I think that I show up particularly differently there because of the context. I don't know. I think that learning how to be, like, not less guarded, but, like, how to be more vulnerable, even with guards present, or, like, boundaries or whatever, like, limitations around, and maybe is the pivot. So less guards up, more just, like, strategic sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I know I sound like an HR employee, but I don't know how else to explain that.
And you are.
Right. But that's how I see it now. What about you?
Read the question back to me.
In what ways has guarding yourself protected you? And when has it hurt you? Does it still protect you?
Yeah, that's a hard question.
Right?
I don't know.
I think I feel like you just have a really clear answer. Like, yeah, guarding yourself is protect. I don't know if it. I don't know what it would be. If anything, it's like it could make it hard for me to be in relationship with people.
Yes.
And if anything, like it might make it hard to like build community, all those things, right? So I think it hurts in that like you might have less community depending on how guarded you are or why you're guarded.
Yeah.
So I think more of it is like, I mean, given the premise of the episode, right? Like, there's so much community you get from just sharing an experience you have with other people who share your experience. The less you do that, the more isolated you are. So I think less so now. I don't think it has protected me in the ways that I maybe thought it protected me.
Yeah. And I definitely think that when we were younger, you had to guard yourself in a lot of ways. Like that was what was perceived as protection. I remember when I was in high school and I was like, oh yeah, I have to compartmentalize. Like that was like a word that I had learned. And I was like, okay, when I'm in school, I'm this. And when I'm home, you know, something else is different or is true. And that did support me in that particular moment in time. But as I have like aged, like, oh, okay, I can let my guards down just a little bit more and kind of see what happens and what shifts. I still think that I show up in a pretty guarded way. But that's also just kind of my personality. I'm like, yeah, I'm observant. I'm reserved at the beginning. And then, you know, just be curious and kind of wait a little bit. Like, not everything is fast and furious over here, you know? And I feel like
slow and steady.
Yeah. I feel like my best relationships are some like with people who are patient. Like over time. I'm like, you're not gonna get anything from me today, honey. In an hour.
Maybe in a couple years. You'll get there. Yeah, I agree. And I think like even when we were younger, like when we compartmentalize our personality, like I don't know if I knew another way to be. So I don't know if I was like choosing guarded, you know? Like I don't think
we ever choose.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I ever was like, I'm going to like not share this. It was just like I didn't know another alternative. So I feel like when I learned about like vulnerability, it was like that's like an option. I was like, oh, yeah, there's a way. But then the risk or lesson that had to be like your vulnerability, you can't expect your vulnerability to like result in anything either. The same way you can't like, because that's when it becomes like problematic, right? If you think that like I'm sharing, therefore now people should share, then that's a problem. But if you're learning to do so in a way that doesn't harm you or whatever direction you choose, I feel like that's the only other alternative. But I agree. The older I've gotten, the more I feel like my world has blended. It's just easier for me, honestly, logistically.
I'm just trying to make my life easier.
Yeah, because I watch people who are like, oh, I have my going out friends, I have my these friends, I have my this friend, I talk to this friend about this thing and not this thing. And I'm like, I can't keep up with that kind of math. Like, either I can talk to you about whatever is happening or like we just can't be friends. Like, I can't maintain a silo in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, and it has supported you, obviously. Yeah. When I think about guarding, to me, it's about safety.
Yeah.
Like, do I feel safe here?
Yeah.
Do I feel like I can be vulnerable here?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to risk your idea of safety to get closer to somebody, right? Because my idea of safety might actually mean that I don't say anything. Actually, in this space, I'm going to show up as quiet because that is what feels most safe. But maybe, you know, in a smaller environment, maybe in a one-on-one setting, I have a little bit more risk that I feel freely to take.
Yeah.
But so to me, when I think about that question, I always think like, do I feel safe? And am I trying to make myself feel safe?
Yeah.
It always comes down to safety.
Allow more of that to happen for you.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like safety is something that we don't often talk about, but it definitely impacts everything around us.
Like the first decision I'm making, I'm like, are you safe or you're not safe? Are you safe or you're not safe?
Yeah, I don't know if I have that as like a conscious thought. I feel like that happens a lot unconsciously.
It happens only consciously if it's relational for me.
Say more.
Like, I don't think about it at work. If that makes sense. Like, in my head, I'm like, this is a job. I'm working here. But I think about like bringing people into my life, like my not my work setting, because I can't necessarily control who comes in and out of that environment. Right. But if I'm like, for example, like who comes into my home, who am I sharing things I'm unsure about with when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, my first thing is like, are you a person who like who's going to give me balance? Who's going to give me space? Are you going to tell me I'm wrong? Like, what's the, like, are you a safe person? Like, yes, physically safe. Like, are you going to harm me? But also, like, does me sharing something I'm uncertain about then now cause you to, like, like, tell a different story about me? That kind of stuff. I think it's, like, how I determine safety. Also, then, guardedness. Yeah. But I think the way guarded looks has also shifted. I don't know if people read me as guarded. I know what I'm doing. Right. But I don't know if it's received. I think people receive me much warmer, even though I know I'm like not sharing, like not sharing anything. So
you're like, I'm stiff.
Oh, 1,000%. But I know how to like play a room. I know how to be in a room, right? So like you might not read me that way, but like I know I'm being guarded because I know myself. Like
of course, so, of course.
The word also has connotations. Okay, how are we doing? Ready to move on?
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay, let's see. We're all tired and refuse to do anything else about it. To do anything about it. Still true.
I'm no longer tired, guys.
I love that for you. That was December.
It was definitely the sun. It was the sun. It was nothing profound, nothing meaningful, other than just it was dark at 4 p.m. I swear to God, my entire personality has changed.
I love that. Okay, what type of rest can you give yourself today? Air conditioning.
That's exactly what I thought too. I said that has to be the rest I received today. Being cool, taking a nice cold shower. Yes. I love me a cold shower.
I took yesterday I took about 10 probably. And at some point I was just standing in the water. Yeah. I was like, I'm clean now. I'm just here for the water.
Water protects me.
Air conditioning. Yeah. And it can change every day.
Mm-hmm. And just some nice cool water too.
Yeah. Also. There's a hole outside, okay? We can go outside in a second. Ooh, yeah. It has a mist feature. It's very nice. That's how I was staying cool yesterday. Mist.
Love it. I love it.
Searching for coping skills. Currently giggling through the hard times.
Oh, God. We were going
They don't feel like... The hard times don't feel like... I don't remember what we're talking about, but December hard times and July hard times. All a little different.
Again, time. Exactly. Sometimes you just got to chalk it up to time. Yeah. That's always what I say.
Ooh, we didn't have a question for this one. But our mantra was, laugh often, laugh at yourself, laugh when it's easy, laugh when it's not, laugh once a day, even when you don't want to. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yes, offer yourself a little smile.
Risk everything for your pleasure. Still true.
Still true. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you want to see in the first 6 months of this year? We're 6 months into this year. Do you remember what you wanted to see?
Well, if I remember correctly, I was just open to seeing what was to come. So I didn't have a clear picture per se of what it is that I was like looking towards. I feel like if anything, I'm present.
You need something? I'm gonna get you I'm gonna get something for us too. Okay. You said you were open to just seeing what comes. Mm-hmm. I forget. I don't remember what I said. I'm like, what did I say I was looking forward to? I think we probably had a similar-ish answer. I'm going to read our description for this one so we can find our time. We did the best we could with the year we were given. On this episode, Adeline and Linda forget what 2025 felt like and dug deep to remember, yay, disassociation. They considered their highs and reaffirmed the things they were certain of. They spent some time centering wins because they were programmed to focus on what falls apart. Mm-hmm. They know the shoe will drop. The anxiety will come. They practice looking at what's good and getting better anyway. In that spirit, they decided to dedicate their discipline to things that please their senses. Mm-hmm. And that our mantra was seek pleasure with intention and create beautiful things at your eye level. Ooh. Oh, it was about like what was the thing we were talking about? Like looking at, I forget what it was. I think it was like...
You had just gone to Spain.
Yeah, and I was saying that they made things that they can all see that are beautiful and that you want to, honor your senses. Mm-hmm. Remember that. I don't remember what I said I wanted to look forward to, but I definitely have enjoyed that it's warm and that, like, the winter does pass. Mm-hmm. And I liked I think the first 6 months, was good, like, hunkering down time. Mm-hmm. To kind of, like, do all the things, like, read all the things, like get rid of the things that were like clogging room for creativity. I feel like it happened to some extent. Yes. Maybe not intentionally, but some way, somehow.
I feel like the first half of the year was like clearing, which is kind of what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Like clearing projects, ideas of things that we do not want to spend our time on or like really focus our energy. I feel like we've been really intentional about opening up our space and like our mental capacity and our mental space so that we can do the things that we actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And that is what has been happening.
I've been decluttering for like 2 years, I feel like. But it's happening, slowly. My kitchen is decluttered.
Yeah.
It's happened.
But it's also, decluttering is not always physical.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. I think in every sense of the word. I think I've been doing it for a long time, and it feels like it's finally become physical, which is, I think, the easiest way, because you're physically, like, you can see the difference, you know, versus, like, in your head. Yeah. Which has been kind of nice. Well, here's to the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's something you're hoping for when we look back?
From this half?
Yeah. Maybe December 2026.
I think still clearing. More clearing. Yeah, and I think, like, just a better attitude. I'm looking for a better attitude in the midst of things shifting. I think I get a little bit impatient sometimes with, like, when I know a thing or I know how to do a thing, I know what needs to change, but, like, it hasn't, like, all clicked in or happened as I want it to or yet, whatever it is. I think I get a little bit impatient. And it doesn't help me because I still gotta, like, wait.
Do the things. Yeah.
A better attitude.
I mean, what is it? A slow cooked meal yield. There's a phrase. I don't remember it right now, but
it's like taste better.
Taste better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, patience, if anything, is definitely a lesson. It's definitely a lesson.
I was thinking of the, like, a watch pot doesn't boil or a watch phone doesn't ring was the other one. That's what I had.
I've never heard that one.
It was just like when you're anxious about something and you keep your attention on it, like, their attention on it is what prevents it from, like, playing out. What's the metaphor? That's what I thought about when you said soul cooked meal. I don't think they're connected. But
I was like, I don't know if that means
my
the
brain
same thing.
I don't know if it does either, but that's what I want to find it now. Phrase. There's so many of these, like.
I love idioms.
That's what it is. Okay.
I love me an idiom.
Oh, the internet said good things come to those who wait.
That's not at all.
I don't know why it said that.
Okay, fuck that.
Low and slow. A foundational idiom. Low and slow. I don't know.
Let's come back here.
Anyway, I wanted to find it. Okay. I went on natural. Our hair one. Okay, our question was, this is a long description. What's one kind word you want to say to your hair today?
Time changes. I feel like that's kind. Like, my hair is going to change. My relationship to it is going to change. Change is constant. Change is constant, if anything.
I don't know if resilience is a positive word anymore, but I think my hair is resilient. And I think, like, although I'm not as consistent as I should be, I'm definitely more consistent with my hair since this conversation.
1,000%.
Right. I don't know what, like, degree or number, but, like, definitely more. So yay to that.
I mean, yeah,
it's in braids currently
all the time,
for the most part. Yeah, and if it's not done, like, it gives me more anxiety than it used to. Which, like, I feel
like you have a good system though. Like, you've learned so many different hairstyles.
Yeah, braiding my hair is like really saving myself because it's dry. I bet. Look at us growing and changing. This one
not the goal.
It really is the goal. Okay. Go back and fetch it and pass the baton.
That was a wordle for yesterday. The baton.
Oh, really? What in your life would you enjoy archiving and in what medium? What a great question, given all the things.
What in our life do we enjoy archiving?
In what medium?
In what medium?
Would you like the mantra for this episode?
You give it to me.
I can create my own rituals and traditions. I'm grateful for everything I've been given. I'm committed to learning, sharing, and teaching. Facts. I agree with that. I want to enjoy archiving. I mean, this.
Definitely.
But, we're doing it. I've been really enjoying taking pictures of the plants every day. It's cool to see how much they grow in, like, a day.
Right?
That's been cool.
Yeah.
But I haven't been taking pictures, like, for the purpose of archiving. Just to, like, show around. But, like, now that I have a few, I'm like, oh my god, you can see it.
Yeah.
So that's a new one that I really would enjoy. And the medium would be photos.
The medium would be photos. Yeah.
I'm not measuring the height of a plant. Then, documenting it.
I don't know who's doing that.
I don't know. It might be their preferred medium. For me, I'm like a picture, so.
I guess, yeah. I feel like for me, it's like my yoga practice for sure. Like my personal individual practice has been really fun to have like on video. And also doing it to music that I really love has been really fun. Because I'm like, oh, I'm just moving freely to a song that I really enjoy, but I'm using like the poses that I know.
Like as your flow.
As my flow.
Love that.
And it's been fun to like just have those videos. I'm like, oh, I was trying this at this point, or I was playing around with this particular pose. And that, you know, over time has been really fun to kind of look back and be like, oh,
yeah, you can see
that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that. You can see how, because it's hard to notice things change if you're always in it.
Exactly.
So it's helpful to like take it. Even with my hair, I feel like when I look at the braids I did like in January or February, and I look at the braids now, they're so different. And I haven't really done anything like more than just do it more.
But that's really it.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Things are pretty simple. You know, just do the thing. All right.
And we're more consistent than we think we are.
I know. The bar is so high. The bar is like every day I don't ever miss a set. That's the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the bar.
Yeah, my idea of consistency is definitely changing, for sure.
I think my definition of it is changing. My reaction to my behavior around it is not. Which I think is more annoying.
My action to my behavior is
my reaction is like, bitch. You know, but I'll still be like, you know, Grace. I'll say it. And I know that, you know, but like it hasn't yet become like my nervous system's response to me not being consistent.
Yeah.
But that maybe that'll be next year, you know.
I'm working on being less rigid. So.
Exactly. I think that's a good one. All right. When no thing works, spiral upwards.
That was fun.
That was fun. Who are you to yourself? Who do you want to be to yourself? Less rigid?
Less rigid?
A safe place.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it'd be really scary if it wasn't a safe place.
I mean,
I know what happens.
I'm about to say, I don't know.
It just feels really scary because, like, where do you go? Like,
exactly.
You have to
you run to drugs.
But even then, you still have to deal with yourself. I don't know. I guess avoid it
really,
anyway.
Yeah.
But you gotta be really high all the time. Okay. Yeah, it's a different kind of danger, I guess. Yeah. So I am a safe place to myself. I would like to be, I think, an easier place.
Yeah.
Which is different in my head than safe.
I think so.
I
think so. Yeah. Like a kinder place?
Kinder, maybe. I don't know if I'm unkind. I think it's like, I feel like my barrier to like saying I did something is too high sometimes. So it's not unsafe. I'm not like, why did you do it? But I'm just like, it's like kind of a repeating cycle where like if I was an easier place, then like there's more room to not have done the thing exactly as I like wanted to do it. Easier. Also, that mean kinder, I think. But I don't feel like I am
unkind.
I'm unkind. Yeah. I like ruminate on the fact that I didn't do it as I intended, and like I know that. So it's like a, you know.
I feel like I'm consistent.
I would agree.
I keep hearing that from other people, and at this point, I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna internalize that, and I'm gonna believe that that's true. Yeah,
so, yeah, it's like a fact, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, yeah.
And
There's
you know,
like
I've come around
to
believing that is true about
Good,
myself.
yes.
Sometimes you need to hear something 1,000 different ways from 1,000 different people
who have different contexts for you.
Exactly, for it to like hit. I also think I'm reliable, which is not a word that I would like always associate with myself. I'm just like, oh, I do the thing. I'm here, whatever.
You're like, duh.
Yeah, I'm like, that's really hard.
Yes. People really want to be reliable, and they're terrible at being reliable.
Yeah.
Because they forget, they're not consistent. They say yes, they don't mean yes. They can't, like, there's a lot of reasons outside of intention that makes it not the case.
Yeah. Like, I definitely tried to do what I say I want to do as often as I can. But I definitely am someone who is, well, I don't know what the right word is, but I allow myself to shift. Whatever that is. Maybe I'm a shapeshifter. Maybe that's the right terminology. I feel like it's become easier to like feel into something instead of just doing the thing. Yeah. Because I said I was going to do it. I'm like, if today's not the day where that Adeline wants to be present, then like, so sorry, girl.
You're not going to meet her. You're not going to see her.
I'm going to try again, but I will try again.
And that's consistent.
Maybe not at the time that I wanted to, but it will come back around. And I think that that's okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Amazing. Look at that growth.
Truly.
From coping to care, how to guide.
Lord.
How care deprived are you? How do you practice self-preservation in the midst of caring for others?
I don't know what your response to this is.
I don't feel care deprived. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know.
No, I think that's great.
Oh yeah, I don't feel that way.
We did. We did.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But I think the winter has a lot to do with a lot of these things.
Absolutely.
Like maybe it's as true as it was then, but feels less true. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I don't feel care deprived, but I think that has to do with like I feel like I spent the past like few years of my life like getting rid of people who made me feel that way,
Mm-hmm.
who made me feel like it's small things, but things that I just like would cause me more anxiety than I just like had room in my body to hold. Yeah. Just like the reciprocity thing, the transaction, those things I think create the quickest anxiety in me, and it takes up a lot of like my mental space. I try so hard to make sure that I'm like a good friend to people. So when they're identifying me not being a good friend and the reason is something like that, I'm just like, you're right. I actually can't. I can't meet that bar. Correct. Like
right.
Please seek other friends. Like immediately. Love you lots. Come back if you want to, but I'm not someone who can like call you as many times as you call me. It's not gonna happen. It's just I can't do it. So I feel like ever since that like slow pivot, I feel so much less care deprived. Because I'm not like anxious that like I'm not being a good friend to someone in this particular way, you know. That was a good lesson for me to learn that like it wasn't an area of growth that I was able to like I couldn't make my way there. Yeah, you know. So and it's a valid like space for people to be, and I'm like
that is so honest.
I can't like it's not gonna work. Like I forget in the middle of a task what I'm doing, so I cannot remember to call people back. I can't do it. So I think my friends now give me so much more room for that, and I think that I'm really good at keeping my relationships with people. It's just never gonna be like weekly. Right. It might be every 6 months. Who knows? Like, but I'm gonna see you. And if you need me to be somewhere, I'm gonna be there. Yeah. But I can't do it. So that I think had helped a lot. And I think in terms of how do you practice self-preservation in the midst of caring for others, that's definitely a growth area of mine.
I would say so.
Yeah. I think part of my like value around community and care is inconvenience. I think that's a big one that I think is a part of it for me. It's true. Whether or not I like it or want it, I think inconvenience is a part of what being in someone's community looks like. I think what I'm trying to get better at is learning like what my capacity versus like boundary should be around it. That makes sense. But yeah, I think that I'm willing to be inconvenienced pretty greatly for someone's safety. So I have yet to be inconvenienced not for safety yet.
Let's say more.
Like the times that I feel like I like kind of give up another value, like I love living alone, like whatever, all these things, right? The times I've given up the things that help me take care of myself has been because the alternative is someone is now unsafe in an environment, in a situation, whatever the reason may be. And like, and so I think my like line around inconvenience is pushed to its like limit when there's safety on the table. That's what I mean. So I think it's still a growth area, but I definitely think that I've accepted that that's true for me. That like inconvenience is an acceptable experience for me to hold if it means that safety is created. Yeah. For as long as it needs to be there for like something else to change or shift.
And there's a difference between like temporary inconvenience and your entire life.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah. So when I say I mean like temporarily, for sure temporarily. But I think that like that temporary time might actually be longer than I think is like my threshold for it.
That makes sense.
It depends on like it's so context specific. Like if someone was like out of a job, right? Like that timeline might be a bit longer than like I think is like reasonable. And then the work of that is like just finding ways to make sure I'm still resetting. But like I don't think that I have had an experience recently, and maybe I'm wrong, where like my inconvenience, which is what I consider to be like not caring for myself, I guess, has been because the alternative has been that someone is unsafe.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I haven't done it. I haven't like protected. I haven't like preserved myself, I guess. If that makes sense. Because the question was asking like, how do you practice self-preservation in the midst of caring for others? Right. And I'm saying like, I think for me, like they can't both always happen. Even if it's like ideal state, right? That like you are.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like again, when it comes back to safety, other things have to be considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about for you?
Especially when you feel safe.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if I feel safe, then like I can my like capacity to create more uncomfortable spaces for me. Like I'm okay with it, right? Like I'm not giving up my safety. I'll never give up my safety, right? I'll never. That's the if I'm caring for the way that I preserve myself would that be like my safety is not like we're not negotiating my safety.
Yeah.
Right. I'm offering an extension of a space because I know that my safety and yours is now like protected.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. What was the first part of the question?
How care deprived are you?
I don't feel care deprived either.
Oh.
Which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I honestly just the winter, so sad. So sad. So fucking sad. Devastatingly sad.
Just kept getting more adjectives. I like it. Devastating is a good word.
Yeah, I'm glad that I don't feel that way. If anything, when it comes to the second question of like, how do I preserve myself in the midst of caring for others, is being intentional and aware that I am supporting someone else and when I am choosing to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And not always feeling like, I think in the past I would do things out of obligation and now I do it out of care. I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm sure I'm inconvenienced for this certain amount of time, but again, I know that you'll have a better experience on the other side. And actually, I don't mind showing up in this particular way. And I know that it will end at a certain point.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of gives me some level of like reprieve. To your point, it's like, I know that I can return to a level of safety. I know that like all of my needs are being met. And if I can offer, care to someone else, I'm going to do it 10 times again.
Right.
Because I know that I have worked my way to create a sense of safety for myself. So now it is like almost my responsibility to support other people in having safety as well. Yeah. Or just like having a better time, period.
Exactly. From coping to care. Yeah. I wonder what that shift felt like to do it less from guilt or obligation to like choosing, right? If that changes experience in your body for the same actions, you know?
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. Because I think that in the past, it would feel like, oh, I have to do it for anyone that asks.
No matter what.
And I have to self-sacrifice every time. Versus now, it's like, I'm actually choosing who and when and what.
And how.
If I can control some of those things, right? I may not control the when or the, like, what's needed.
Yeah.
But always showing up with, like, my best foot forward. Like, if I can do the thing, then I'll do it. And if I don't know how, then I'm going to try. And if I can't, weekend. And that's okay. That's like that's part of being in community.
Yeah. Okay, so our how-to guide is do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do it on purpose and make sure that you take care of yourself after whatever you do. Like at least do something, one thing for yourself.
Get back to the basics that gave you the safety.
Even if that is taking a shower.
Right. Anything.
It could be something so simple. Opening your window. Like what can you do for yourself to replenish? Because you always need that. And there's nothing wrong with needing that.
Yeah. Especially if you're extending yourself past what your like regular capacity tends to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A lot to be mad about. I just like the first line, so I'm going to read it. Yeah. Anger is our fiercest protector.
It sure is.
Question. What is your anger trying to tell you?
I mean, anger always comes from feeling disrespected. I don't think my anger comes from anywhere else. And I don't ever think it's actually misplaced. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of summarizes it right there. Yeah. I think anger is always trying to tell you when a boundary has been crossed. Even if it's a boundary you haven't named.
Even if it's a boundary you don't know.
Yeah.
Until you feel it in your body.
You're like, whoa. Yeah.
I will say what I've learned is that it is important to pause when you are angry.
It's important. It's good.
That's the big one. You know?
Yeah, just like...
Because when I was younger, I definitely would just be like, no, I'm angry right now.
So like, I'm
just going to allow myself to be angry.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's okay to pause and be like, what's going on? Why are you angry?
Where can I put this anger in a way that's productive and not perpetuating harm?
Does your anger need to be addressed right now? Does your anger need to be addressed by you?
Or at all?
Or at all? can you like learn to put it down for a second? Because sometimes, you know, I'd be angry and I'm like, girl, like, it's okay.
Yeah, and like you made all that up.
Like, this is not that big. And sometimes you have to talk to yourself that way, you know? Like almost checking yourself.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, you have a lot of feelings.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, where are they coming from? Oh, okay, maybe it's not from here.
Right.
Maybe it's not, has nothing to do with what actually happened.
Most of the time.
It doesn't. So.
Like touch the core wound somewhere. You gotta just find the, you know, gotta locate it. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, anger is always trying to tell you how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And anger is always trying to tell you what boundaries your body's trying to hold. It doesn't always mean it's the right boundary, but it is one you have. So exploring, like, you know, why is there a line here?
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Anger is a friend. Anger is a friend.
Peaks and valleys. What happens when you stop seeking? Our mantra was, make a plan, keep the plan, maintain a plan, show up for the plan is you, be like water, bro. Love us.
Be like water.
What happens when you stop seeking? More comes late.
Yeah, what happens when you stop seeking? I
More options
I'm still learning.
seem available, I think. Because when you're seeking, I feel like you have a very clear idea of what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't create room for, like, anything but that one to happen. If it doesn't happen, then, like, you failed, I guess.
Right.
But if you just kind of, like, have, like, a loose idea of what could happen, and you're open to, like, many ways to arrive, then, you know, your life might look very different.
Mm-hmm. I feel like what happens when you stop seeking is you find gratitude. You like you can look around and notice what is already
is.
Yeah.
And
notice what's already happening.
Exactly. You learn how to lay in the valley. Just look at the flowers in the valley.
Laying in the valley.
It's a good time sometimes. It means the shoe already fell.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna fall again right now.
It'll fall later, but change is constant.
And you can see the peak much clearer, I think, if you're laying in the valley, because the valley, you know, is below the peak.
Yeah.
You have no shame.
That was tough.
That was tough.
That was probably the hardest episode today.
The body protects. The body is always a witness. What was the hardest one? What are the words you do not yet have? Audrey Lord, our bestie.
She did ask that.
She did. Well, I don't have them yet. How am I gonna know what the words are?
That's right. Like, what is an experience that you are still trying to articulate? Is the other way that I think about that question.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty broad thing for me. Is like, I think that I still, when holding people accountable for their actions, soften my language to protect their experience, even if I'm telling them whatever it is. Like, it's still in a way that, like, considers them. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think it's interesting.
What's interesting about it?
I don't know why I do that. Like, there's a world, because I'm also very direct, right? Like, right. I'm not like unaware of how to be direct, but I know that it's not the same depending on what the thing I'm talking about is. So that's.
I mean, you're probably trying to protect them. You're definitely trying to protect their feelings, their emotions.
I don't know if I have the words yet for what I would say instead of this. I guess it's maybe what I'm trying to articulate.
Oh, that's very different. Okay.
Yeah. But not like, I know why I'm doing it now, but I think it's because those are the only words that'll come out about whatever it is, versus like the more direct version, which I just don't know if I've like built in my mouth, like the words in my mouth yet.
But you've built it in your head?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I built it in my body.
Interesting.
Because I know it, but somewhere between like my body and my mouth, like something happens, and they're like, yeah, you know, it's cool. Things happen, you know, like something happens to the words.
Yeah, so, it lands softer.
Yeah, and I know that I'm cool with it, but I wonder what the words are. Not even to say, but just like I don't know what they are. What about for you?
What are the words that I do not yet have? Like, my brain's like, ooh, swivels, so many places. I think I'm still learning how to articulate what I have experienced and what I know to be true. Not to myself at all.
Right.
Yeah. But externally, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I would agree with that one.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big one.
It's a big one. You know, maybe like season like 5.
Yeah, maybe season
might come
8.
Out. Maybe
we got ways to go. You know, and that's okay.
We do. And
that is okay.
We're almost to our current episode. So exciting.
Yay.
Okay, the pursuit of discipline.
It is a pursuit.
You are not a robot.
I'm not a robot.
Just in case you forgot.
Mm-hmm.
We're both wearing our watches. I think is really funny. And what
I always have my watch.
I don't. That's why I'm entertained that today I do. In what ways does discipline serve you? In what ways does it harm you? Right now it's been fun to know how many steps I'm taking because I'm trying to see how many steps I'm taking.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's serving me, but I don't want to count myself, so it's easier to have it count for me.
I would never count myself. That'd be so ridiculous.
Yeah. So in that way, like, it's been fun to see it because I know I'm walking, but the thing that happens almost immediately is like when I don't have it on, I don't feel like my steps are real. That's why I don't like wearing my watch because I'm still walking anyway, but like it didn't track them.
I wasn't captured. Yeah.
So that's the harm immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it keeps you attached to this something external.
When I know I'm walking, you know, like I'll walk the same path and I'm like, it's the same amount of steps, definitely. But here it's like 0. And I'm like,
but it's like, who's trying to play
but
me?
I did it. But I'm hot.
Right now. Right.
You know what happened? Right. I did it.
Yeah. So what has discipline offered you?
Yeah. So how has it served you and how has it harmed you? So I'm saying the serving has been like, it's been a good affirmation of my effort. Mm-hmm. But in the same exact breath. Like, the minute I don't see it, I'm like, I didn't do anything. Which is why I normally just let this die and leave it alone. Because, like, I rather believe in my body experience of walking than, like, whether or not it didn't die and told me.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, discipline is consistency to me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when you take a look at the long road, it serves you to have a system. Mm-hmm. It serves you to know what it is that you want to be doing and like the thing that you're working towards. I've been saying to myself, like, it's okay to be a bad bitch and be a work in progress. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And I'm like, I could be great right now and I could want other things too. Yeah. And I think that sometimes we get caught up in the idea of like where we're going, that we don't like stay here where we are. And so that's kind of been my mantra recently. Like,
yeah, I think the other part is like, I talked about the steps and the tracking and the seeing it, and like I think that's a version of discipline that like I hate. Yeah, because it's the hardest one that is to be consistent about, I guess, because it's so many steps. But like in terms of like, I think that I'm disciplined in like my values, for example. Right, like, I move with the same ones; they don't change. But I've been trying to disconnect discipline from consistency a little bit in my head, just because like it ends up feeling like this. A little bit. I'm like, oh, I didn't do it 4 times, or I didn't do it like, and I didn't do it when I said I would, or like I didn't do it at the timeline. Like then I start adding qualifiers a little bit.
Interesting.
But if I don't have qualifiers, I am consistent. If that makes sense. Like in this grand scheme of like a month or 2 months, or whatever it is, like But the minute I'm like, it has like the minute I add like any qualifier to it, then it feels like then I haven't done it. Because I said...
Right, it has to look a certain way.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'll do my hair on Sundays. Like, let's say I skip 2 Sundays, but my hair's on a Wednesday. Like, what does that mean, right? So for me, I've been trying to, like... I'm like, just do the thing. And, like, get rid of all the, like, other stuff around the thing. And, like, the dates and how and when, how long it takes, all those things. End up feeling, like, tracking. Yeah. You know? So...
I think we're disciplined in what we want. Yeah. And we have been. Like, when I think about a younger version of myself, I was like, oh... The things that I wanted aren't really changing. And I don't think they will change per se. Sometimes it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, like the nuance of how it looks, whatever, that can change. But like the world's always changing. But the way you want to live your life, those things are pretty consistent.
Exactly. I would agree. And that to me is like just the discipline.
I agree. Okay, terrible times are temporary.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Who can you share your truth with? The first line said, people aren't their worst moments.
And we, every day.
If I can tell everybody my truth, who asks, I'm like, if you're asking me a question, I don't really have a different answer.
I know. Sometimes I'll be like, I shouldn't have said the truth.
Yeah, but then the alternative would have been like that I'm ruminating on the truth. So I guess, I'm like choosing myself over choosing my relationship sometimes, but like, you know? Yeah, I think the only place where maybe it's a little bit trickier is like in a place where my income is on the line.
Yeah. Even there sometimes.
You know, often low key. And I think I've developed a personality of telling the truth even in those settings. But that's the one place where I'm like, maybe I gotta like add some like pretty flowers to this like truth so that it lands.
Because it still needs to be said, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think everybody. I don't really feel like I'd be lying out there.
Yeah, and I don't have more things. I don't have anything to say. Like, if you're gonna hear from me, it's not gonna be something I made up.
Yeah, like I don't get the time to be lying.
I'm not gonna remember the lie I told you, so it's gonna suck immediately for me. I'm gonna be like, what did I say? I let Uber drivers all the time.
Oh, yeah.
If they talk to me, like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, where do you live? I'm like, I'd be changing it up.
It's like, why are you asking those questions?
That's why I'm making it up. It's kind of fun to see how far I can get. I'm like, yeah, I have 3 kids. Yeah. I'm divorced. They're like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. It's so hard out here. But like, why are you talking to me? You know, like, oh, do you live alone? I'm like, no,
hell no. I don't know why people asking you any of these questions.
I live with all of my husbands. What do you mean? Like,
actually, I'm a sister wife.
Right. So there, you know, but that's for safety. So yeah, it's different.
I definitely think we practice truth telling.
Exactly.
It is like a core belief.
Exactly. Yeah, but you know, for safety. Tell a lie. All right.
Always.
Building intimacy. Levity is ours.
Levity is ours.
Where can you call levity in?
Anywhere. All the places.
I can always tell a joke.
Make it easy, please.
Yeah, and if it's not easy, find a little hole to poke somewhere. You have the tension out of the room.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, these are getting closer and closer. I think we have one more. You can be overinformed.
Fact.
Where can you find harmony?
Similar to levity.
Yeah, definitely.
Where can you find levity? Can you find harmony?
I don't deny myself things I want. I mean, unless they cost too much, then I have to for now. But I don't really deny them. They just go on a different list for later.
Yeah. I feel like I'm just calling harmony in, girl.
That's what I'm saying. If I want something, I do my best to give myself both things that I want. If I want more sleep, if I want more work, you know, whatever it is, like, I think that's what harmony looks like, is not denying yourself the thing that your body is asking for, even if it might not fit into a plan.
Yeah. But like doing what you want, when you want, how you want to do it.
It's the perk of being a grown-up.
Yes.
I spend my money on what I spend my money on. Like,
it's the best part.
I want to buy ice cream at 9 a.m. I'm going to do that.
Exactly. And we'll continue to do that.
I might then buy a smoothie. Who knows? Like, you know? Yeah. So, not having so many rules about, like, finding easy joys.
Right. I also think I want to call harmony into my words. I want my words to come easier. Like, in any space. In any space that I'm in. Yeah. Like, similar to your point of, like, how you kind of couch what you say. I want to find a way that my words come easy and, like, concise and clear and kind. All of those things. Regardless of where I'm at, who I'm with, that remains true.
I love that. It's like a beautiful goal. The book I says, here's the starting at vulnerable. Yeah. Which I feel like is reminiscent of the gist of all of our conversations.
That is our philosophy.
Starting there, staying there, you know, digging deeper in there. I love
practicing.
We did it. That was just one season that we just, like, you know, the memory lane is longer now. That's so cool for us. We've done so many of these. Yeah. Any final words to close out our season? Obviously, some gratitude, you know, for
oh my goodness,
the journey, for the people you can't see on camera. By people, I mean one person. Facts. To all the folks who are listening, people who are liking, sharing, all those things. Yeah, I had to find a way.
You're so funny.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. We've been so consistent. Is it getting easier?
No. And I think that's okay.
Yeah, I still can't look at cameras.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think there are aspects of it that feel easier, but I think as a whole is like we're practicing something true and something real, and sometimes that's still hard. It's still hard to say the thing that you want to say, but you don't know how to say yet. So
we've had some good practice, you know.
We've had great practice.
And the thing about like 1,000 hours, like you dedicate a long time to something, you become an expert in it or like a master of it.
Well, we definitely spend more than 1,000 hours on this. Yeah.
Chatting.
Somebody give me a master's.
Right. An honorary degree.
At this point.
We love degrees.
At this point, it would be easy.
It'd be 5 among us, you know.
Yeah. I still believe that this is fun. And that we get to create art with our friends. And I will never forget that this was a dream of mine. To do beautiful things with my friends and to create with my friends. And that will always be the foundation of this podcast. And so I'm grateful that we're rooted in friendship and rooted in truth telling, and we're still figuring out what that means all the time.
Yep, constantly.
All the time.
You're changing it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, me too. I feel like someone asked me recently, like, oh, like, are you guys are still doing that? Yeah. And for me, in my head, I was like, what do you mean still doing that? Yeah, I was like, I get to hang out with my friends every 2 weeks at my house and we talk to each other. What do you mean? That's the best way to spend my time. So, yeah, I think that's my favorite part about this, because if that wasn't true, this would feel like work and our podcast would change.
Yes.
Like the minute it becomes about anything besides like the joy of it, like I think it would feel very like robotic and scripted and something else. So I'm so grateful that we all are having a good time. Cause that's all we're trying to do is have a good time and share our good times
and do it authentically, right?
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah, I don't know another way.
There is no other way.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no other way. This is the only way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So should we close out? Wow.
3 seasons. It's so unreal. It's so unreal.
It's like 1 million hours of talking on the internet.
Maybe continue.
Maybe stay authentic. Yeah.
Maybe stay rooted
in friendship. And maybe stay fun.
Yes.
The minute it doesn't, y'all won't see us no more.
Yeah,
so y'all know.
It'll be over.
It's gonna be over.
It'll be over. Yeah.
But that's cool. I love that. This is discipline, I think. 3 seasons in.
1,000%.
Yeah, it's
40 episodes.
40 episodes, right?
40
episodes.
Okay, 40 episodes, 3 years.
40 episodes that are like out there. I feel like we've had a few in there.
Oh, right. We had some BTS.
A couple ones that we just had to scrap, but I think 40 total. It's amazing. Shout out to our discipline, and shout out to our relationship, and shout out to this community.
Facts.
See y'all later.
May we continue to grow.